G'day and welcome back. This is the second part of the Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord introduction videos. I'm your host Noppers, and as you can see we're back in the saddle assaulting a city this time. This video is part 2 of the set, so please make sure you've watched part 1. If you recall from that video, we were about to go and beat up a bunch of peasants as part of that training sequence we're doing. Now although it's always fun to watch some hack and slash, I think it's time we get on with it. See you in there. Alright, so as we enter a battle here, we have a bit of a look and we've got some troops there and they're just standing at the moment. If I hit the F key, it gives me a whole bunch of options as to what I can do with those particular troops, and F1 tells me I select all, but I'm going to leave them for now. I'm just going to go running. I'll roll my middle mouse button and I'll get a better weapon for range and hold my shield up as they throw rocks at me, and you can see I'm sort of skirting around the outside of them a bit. I don't want to get too close. As they throw rocks at me, I'm not too worried. I've turned the difficulty settings down here so I don't take too much damage, so I can demonstrate better, but at this early stage those rocks would be doing quite a bit of damage to me, and they can actually also stab me pretty hard and knock me on my horse and kill me. Ironically, the reason I'm doing it this way is because I tried it at big difficulty settings and I got killed twice, so I'm either really crap or the AI was just really good at this stage because I got no armor. So doing a bit of kite stuff. These guys are all throwing rocks at me. It's important to remember that when your horse is moving, and they're still hitting me, you get bonuses for speed as well. And they hit me, so it knocked my weapon out of the seating position that I had it in, and I didn't actually get to do my attack then. That's a bit annoying. So quickly, bam, there we go. And now I'm going to hit F1, F3, and everyone's going to attack. So what I tend to also find is, there we go, he came in for the attack. I do horse charge, and bam, look at that, they all ran into him. And now get going again. Got a bit close there. Got to be careful of that sort of start. But look at the stats at the bottom, 60 hit for the charge. And these guys are now all trying to hit me, and I think he hit me then, but that's fine. I have enough hit points for now. Watch out for my guys because they will get in the way. Oh, and there was a dude at the back there and he hit me. Okay, cool. One of my guys got hit off his horse. There's a horse there. If I lose my horse, oh, good hit there. Didn't get hit myself. If I lose my horse, I could just go get that other one. Or if I wanted to replace this horse because its hit points are too low, I'm going to see if I can convince these guys to come this way so my guys can charge him in the rear. So lots there going on, but see how my guys are going to get a rear attack on them. Oh no, they turned last second. Alright, fine. Go and hit this guy. And there we go. A good kill. Well done. Enemy dead. Hit the tab key. Comes up. I got 2 of my guys wounded. No died. We got all of their guys, so click done. And it'll take me out to the prisoner screen. So I'll bring some prisoners across, and because I've already fought the other battles, I've got lots of prisoners now. And I'll click done. And then I've got loot. I already had loot from before. As I said, I fought the other battles. So once you get loot, you then go through and you have a look at stuff, and you can see tattered old fur armor. It's got less stats. There's nothing green in here compared to what I've already got, so I'm not going to bother about that. You just do a quick check. Well, look at this one. It's got stats there, but I don't have an item, so I put that on. I get better stuff. Here we go. Boots are better, so put them on. And the horse harness that I stole before is the same. So, not too bad. But now look at the encumbrance and the stuff I've got. And my party size has increased, so I've got more carrying capacity, but not much. Rescued some prisoners, thanks for the story. Go through the rest of the quest here, the training quest. Okay, and what it's going to tell me is I've got to go and actually look at a bandits camp, which miraculously appears just up the road. Hold the Alt key and it can show me there I've got Radagos and 12 other people, and there's 13 all up. Radagos will have himself and 4 others as the final fight, which means that there's 8 dudes I've got to kill on the way through. And because I've got no range weapons, I can quickly do the quest check as well. There it is. Because I've got no range weapons, I've got to go through and stab them all. So what's important here though, look at my health. 59% because I got hit a couple of times. It means that that'll go up over time, but I'm going into this battle now with less health than I would like. Ironically, I ran into a bit of trouble here fighting Radagos because I've got the game difficulty settings set fairly high, and what I found was when I got to the boss fight, old mate and his crew killed all of my troops, and I ended up fighting 4 or 5 guys. And it's again a really good learning point, and so I'm going to include a little bit of that footage in there of some of the fighting. But I better tell my troops to follow me. F1, F2 I did then. It's a good learning point for the community and people watching this video to understand that whilst you might have played these sorts of things before, it can be challenging, or if you've never played it before, it's definitely challenging. And so it's a really cool learning point, I think, to understand that you've got to be careful with your fighting. So particularly I was running around with a mace. I'm going to hit this guy now, hopefully, cleverly. There we go, and everyone else hitting now. There we go, there he's down. I sent my troops through before to fight and knock everyone down here. These guys are going to throw rocks, aren't they? There we go. You can hit me and I'll hit you. Oops. Oh, shit. There we go. And then this guy. What's the... He was having a bit of a dance. Yeah, good on you, mate. Yeah. Alright. We'll keep going down here and clear out the rest of these enemy. And I've got to be cautious on this boss fight. I think I'll actually take the boss on myself here because the settings meant that my troops get killed pretty easy. They've got no experience, so they're not... Nobody's armoured here in my party. I've got this tiny little shield. I've got no armour on. A bit of cloth doesn't stop much. And yeah, this is interesting. It's a great learning point. I thought I'd just come through and smash the training thing, and here boys, go and attack him. F1, F3, I just did that and I sent him off to attack. Yeah, I thought I'd just smash this training thing and it'd be fine, but turns out that you've got to be careful. There we go, he's down. Right, here we go. These guys are going to do a thing. Yeah, take a spear to the face. Oops, and my guy's got in the way then. Hey, there we go, got a spear through. Kill that other guy. Oh, yep, smashed him. Get the mace out. Now we're going to the boss fight. Alright. So the boss comes down and he'll have a bit of a conversation. He'll tell you how much of an asshole he is, and then you're going to actually get the choice of either dueling him or not dueling him. If you don't duel him, then everyone just attacks everyone. In this case, I'm going to duel him. Come on, man. He's going to be quicker than me. I've got to be careful. And there you go. See how quick he was getting that weapon up though to hit me back. So you've got to be careful about that sort of stuff. So we won that one, so hit the tab key. Out we go. Well done, and thank God that I actually did that. And we talked through it. Little screen at the end. He tells me about the quest stuff. And I pick up the prisoners. Cool. And I pick up some other stuff. Yep. Talk to the dudes. There's another quest chain that comes along. And what's my family name? There you go. That guy. Happy with that. Now I pick my banner or my heraldry. I couldn't think of that word before. It's for silliness. There's my heraldry. A few options there. Not as many as I'd like, but... And that's the end of the tutorial phase. You can hear the quests cycling through in the background there. And I'm just going to now go into what actually we got out of all of that quest stuff and upgrade our character a little bit and so on. So here we go. We pick on the character, and we can see straight away when we come in here we've got an attribute point, 3 focus points, and this will be different each time. And one-handed has leveled up enough that we can pick something. So what have we got? Shield bash deals 50% more. Yeah, okay. And one-handed weapons, you will. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that first one. I won't get too fussy about it. Now I've got an attribute point. I want to put it. Me personally, I'm putting it into intelligence because I want that to increase down here as quick as possible. And then I've got 3 focus points. That's high enough. So I just have a quick scout around, see what I've got here that I want to spend it on. I want to spend on tactics. That's already gone up. That's from ordering people around in battle. My bow, I'm going to use that, so I'll get that up. I'm not going to worry about these for now. And roguery. Raid caravans, recruit and lead bandits, infiltrate towns, bribes, escape from captivity. Probably not right now. Again, this stuff's entirely up to you, how you want to play your character. We might as well spend it because I've got room. yeah, how you want to play your character is entirely up to you. So I'll put it in there anyway. So we're at level 4. We're on the map. We've only got ourselves now, and it's time to work out how to actually play this bloody game outside of training, isn't it? So the first thing I'm going to do, now that I've come out of there, have a quick look at my quests. I've got 2 to do. I've got rebuild my clan, which is all this stuff, and I've got to investigate Neritz's folly. There's 10 nobles to talk to, and you're going to know the nobles because they're going to have a blue exclamation mark when you see them on the map, and hopefully we'll find one in this tutorial as we run around. The rebuilding our clan means that we've actually got a clan open now, and I click on that and it brings us to the clan window. The front page is your members, cool, and companions are people that you pick up that are extra characters that you get to work with and learn from. The next thing you have is a party, and you can create parties with your characters. And the next thing we've got is fiefs and then other. That stuff comes later. For now, you want companions because companions are going to give you this character that gives you extra things and fights with you, and it's pretty much you, but an NPC. The one I wanted to come in here and show you is this clan role, and you can use the arrow to click through them, but if you do that and you've got other people with other attributes, it'll actually reset them. So all you do is you pick the person and you pick what you want to give them. I'm going to give this guy Quartermaster. That's me. Quartermaster gives us a bonus to the number of troops we have based on certain skills. At the moment we're at max for what we're doing anyway, but you'll see it as you go. Quartermaster, you get more of an army size. The more army you've got, the more stuff you can fight, the better off you're going to do. Okay, so we've beaten up Radagos, we've done that, and now we're just literally trying to build ourselves up in experience. We've got no inventory, we've got a little bit of food left, we've lost our shield and all our stuff we had from training, so we've got to go and get some troops and fight some stuff. So let's go for a wander and find ourselves some troops. And I'm going to work the purple faction. I'm going to hang around this area, and I'm going to run and, okay, let's pause there. Red guys, he's running from a party of 103, so Pharaon is this person, and he's got 9 troops, and he's got a 4.9 speed, and we've got a 5.7 speed, but there's only one of us. He might kill us. He's only looters, so they're pretty weak, but there is risk there for me because I've got no army. I'm going to run into Tevia here, and I'm going to try and grab some troops. And you can see we were in this village before and we had bugger all options. Well, now everything's here. You can walk through the village. You can do some nasty things to the village. We're not going to do that right now. You can recruit troops, so let's do that quickly. And we've got different troops here. So we'll pick those up. Now I've got 5 troops, and I'll talk about those in a minute. You can buy products, so, geez, grain's a bit expensive. You want to be paying like 6 to 15 for grain. But we might we've got 920 gold. And let's bring ourselves up to 5. That's 5 days worth of food. When you got troops, you need food. Party wages is now -8. Cool. I'll bring that map up, bottom section up again rather. Now, the one I said before, you could wait here. So instead of just hitting the fast forward, you could actually click wait, and you could wait inside the village or the city or wherever you are. There's a safety aspect to that instead of standing out in the middle here, and that'll pass time and get your health back up and so on. So we're going to leave there, and you know what? I'm going to show you. We'll go and attack this party of looters. There's only 9 of them. We've got 5 troops now. Our troops are green, and actually we'll probably just have a quick look at that first. So here's our troops, 4 Imperial recruits. Now, if I right click on them, it brings up this. This is the Encyclopedia. And there's the Imperial recruit, and it tells you all about them, all the stats are there. And then you've got these branches that you go down. So these guys are going to get experience and level up, and you've got to pick as they level up which tree to go down. In this particular instance, with this particular unit, I want to go down to, I'm going to pick one of these 2. So that's where I'm going to end up, going down that way. What is important about this screen also though, is this is the Encyclopedia. And if I click home now, it takes me to this big page here. Why is this relevant? Because everything's in here. Everything you ever want to know is in here. So if I want to learn about a particular kingdom, the Botanians, there's all the stuff about them. Go back home, I want to hear about troops. All right, well, let's see. What do we got? Archers. What's the Battalion Highborn Youth? All right, these ones are pretty good. It's one of the best archers in the game, as far as I understand. You can find anything out here. This is accessible through click menus in the game as well. So obviously I right-clicked on that to take it into here, and learned some things about these guys as I went through. Imperial trained archer, so let's look. Imperial trained archer, there you are. Well, it took me back there, didn't it? If I go back out to this screen, if I hit the N or November key, I'm back in the Encyclopedia, and that's how you access it. You can't get it from everywhere, you can only get it from certain areas, the Encyclopedia, but it's got everything you want to know. The other stuff I'll say is, if you look at Tevia, and I'll hit the N key now and type in Tevia, T-V-E, there you go, it automatically comes up for me. Here's the village, and remember I said about that circle? That's the track function. So if I click on that, I'm now going to track that village no matter where I am on the map. You've got all this other info about it, and cities are the same, and castles, everything's in here. So if I see that it's got a white disc there now, if I go out this way, you will see that Tevia and myself are still tracked no matter where I'm looking. There they are down the bottom. And that's important because it means I can click on one of them and it takes me there visually quickly. So if I have something somewhere I have to go miles away, it's going to take me there visually. Anyway, I think we should actually run over now and slap these guys with my novice troops and see what happens. Here we are. Here are the BGs, if you haven't ever met them before. Barry Gibb there in the front with his chest hair. So we've got something interesting happening here, and that is that old mate who was following Barry Gibb and the BGs is joining us for this battle because he was close enough, and he's not an enemy. So we're actually going to have a battle with 108 or something troops. There they are, look at them. And just little old me with my 5. So we're not going to get a lot of kills here, but see the discs? At least I know who the enemy are and who the friendlies are. These guys don't have my heraldry. So if you've got, oops, bad attack that was, wasn't it? There we go, just stabbing me a few times. Not really worried about it here, we're just going to take a few hits and get through it. These guys will die pretty quick, and if they're not dying already, they're running away pretty fast. There, look at that guy, he's running. Yeah, wow, that was a bit cruel, wasn't it? But whatever. Game over. Quick victory, got 2 gold, nothing else out of that. That's a bit annoying. So Farron, you can go away if you can, please, mate. Now, see how slow I am at the moment? It's because I'm slightly encumbered after a battle. I'm not sure, it's fatigue or something. Anyway, we run across, we've got some looters there. No troops to recruit, but let's go and beat up the looters. And just for the record, why did I call him Barry Gibb and the BGs before? Because have a look at it. Look at the chest hair. I wish I had chest hair that is that good. And so it's a bit of a running joke with some of my mates. How much detail's gone into the bloody chest hair. All right, this time it's just me and a couple of my people. So this is, even though the enemy outnumber us here, if you've got even half a skill set, you'll beat them pretty quick. It's a great opportunity for me to level up some early skills and practice my combat without dying. You know, like I can do this pretty easy. You saw me before standing in the middle of that pack, just hitting badly here. They're hitting me, but I'm not really taking much damage because I've got the settings down lower. So it's good for me to go, okay, well see that's where they're hitting me. If I get that close, I'm missing, you know, trying to get the stab angle right. See what happens here. He blocked the spear. Alright, so you see how the angles are here. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way, and I'm going nice and slow. You can see where I'm stabbing them. You've got to actually hit them to you know, aiming is important. And now they're starting to hit my horse a bit hard, so I'm going to bugger off out of there a bit and just run down range a bit, do a quick halt, turn around, do the quick charge, and Missed him. Ah, bugger. Do a quick stop, turn around, go this side, and this is the side you want to be doing it on. There we go. Now I'm going to tell my boys to attack while we're running this way. Go around. He's got a pike. Be careful. Oh, yep, he got my horse before I got him. So the pike guy's annoying me. Letting them get a bit close. Quickly get in there. Kill the other guys. Yep, pike guy just got one through the head. And there we go. So, yeah, okay, I took a bit of damage there. Your horse gets fully repaired when you come out. That's the bottom right health bars. I'll get some good experience out of that, and renown and morale. Take some prisoners on. And you can see here now we've got a troop to level up. So it says 1. So we've got one person that's got experience enough to level up. So we click on that and we get the 2 options, and we'll click on the one we want, which is the Imperial Archer. And now we've got an Imperial Archer, but he costs more in upkeep. So we've got to keep that in mind. We did get some loot there. We also got an exclamation mark to level our guy up, and it's polearm. There you go. We've got a point there to spend. The little silver shield gave it away. So, yeah, there we go. We've got hit points increased by 3%. So that takes us now to a base. Oh, we've got to click done first. Takes us to a base of 103. So a little bit extra potential for soaking up some damage. We got some stuff, so we'll do a quick check on our inventory. No, there's nothing useful there. We go to our party. We've got a looter, we can get rid of him, and we can do that. We're encumbered again, so because we just came out of battle. Notice as I'm going across the map here, look at my health, it's slowly crawling up. Keep that in mind as you're running around. You've got to make sure that you don't go into battles. Oh wow, I almost stuffed up there too. 23 looters versus my 5. Even with me playing properly, I reckon I'd have a chance of losing that because I'd get rocked to death or stoned to death. They'd rock my world. Is that too much of a dad joke? Sorry about that. I'm going to a city now because I want to show you the extra options quickly of what a city can do. Now, we can take a walk around, but notice up the top here before we look at these things. See how I can hover over these and they are actually clickable? Encyclopedia time. So that is a good way of learning things. This is a whole bunch of stuff about this particular city and the clan that owns it and so on, who it is. It gives you a last seen location. If I click on that, it takes me to a town that I could actually, wherever it was, I could track that and I could actually go and try and find old mate. Not worried about that for now, but I just want to show you that clickable option. All the information up here, characters, these are NPCs that you can go and talk to that do different things. You know, there's an artisan, there's merchants and stuff. Probably a little bit later game stuff once you get a bit of money and things and you start learning how to play a bit better. For now, we've got all these other options. So we walk around the town centre, we can go to the keep, but because we don't have any faction rep, we can't do it. We'd have to pay a bribe. If we had faction rep with this particular faction, then we'd probably just go to the keep. We can go to the arena, and with luck there's a tournament. No, there's no tournament. We'll see if we can find one for you at a later city. We can go to the tavern. Now we can ransom our prisoners here. I'm going to do that. We can go in and have a walk around the tavern. And that gives you a couple of options. There's a guy that we could hire that is just troops, but 800 gold's a bit steep. I can afford that, but I wouldn't buy him for 800. That's way too much. And then there's a character here in the tavern itself. So he wasn't on the main screen, he's in the tavern. We're going to click on him and it's going to take us straight there. So that's the instant teleport thing. And here he is. We have a bit of a chat to this guy and he'll tell us a story, but I'm going to skip that. And we get the option of picking him into our company. This is a companion, and that's where they appear, is in the taverns. So if I choose this, it will tell me he costs 640 gold. And, well, for the purpose of this, I'm going to bring him in. That's a bit expensive for now because I've got bugger all money, but I need to do that. But we are now in the tavern walking around. We could find, there's old mate, we could find this other dude, the hired blade. So I could talk to him here and actually hire him. So for those that like the role-playing or the immersive experience, when you go to a town or a city, you could take a walk around and actually walk to the tavern and come in through the door and come and chat to people and never do this menu stuff as much, which would make it a bit more immersive for you. I'm not doing that for this video. We've bought that guy now, so we'll have a quick look at him in our party in a second. The other options we've got are recruiting troops, and you'll get more troops in a city. Got to be careful here though, we're running out of dosh. We can trade as per normal. Lots more options. And I'll point out a couple of extra things here. First of all, up the top here is how much this place can afford to buy off of you. So they've got 44 grand at the moment. As I sell things to them, they'll give me money. As I buy things off of them, they'll take money from me. And so towns only have like 1,000, I think, is the starting rate. Cities have whatever they have. So I'm going to sell them a crap to them that I don't want. Just going to click it all across. And yeah, I made 196 gold so far, but I'm going to pick up a mule and increase my, I'll do that again. See, it's 210. Now it's 310. But something else I've got as a problem. I'll drop the mule away. Here's my other person, Outlazeth the Falcon. So up the top here I can move across. I've got to make sure he's got weapons and horse and everything before I buy stuff this early on. So he's got everything I need him to have right now. Probably use some better weapons, but I actually want a shield and a bow and arrow. So I've got 317 is what I'm going to have after I get this 196. So that's current. That's what's going to be the outcome if I buy or sell. If I do that, I'm going to lose a lot. So I'm not going to buy a mule. And I'll have a look at shield quickly. Yes, I could buy a shield for 100. I'll do that and I'll equip it straight away. And I'll at least, just swapping them around, at least I'll have a shield for now. I could probably sell the mace. How much is that worth? Holy hell, I've just sold a mace for 3,000 gold. I'm going to buy that mule. I might buy 2 mules, actually. Thank you, game, for looking after me. It makes training videos so much easier when I have it happen like that. So I've got 2.5 grand there, almost 3 grand. I might get rid of my crappy 170 hit point shield and I might buy something a little bit better. Let's try 260, 270. There you go. Look at that. Nice shield. Going to keep my spear. Might buy a better spear. What's a bow cost me? Okay. So see the longbow? It's got information here. It can't be used with mounts. I want one that can be. So this one here can be. It can't be used with the shield. So I'm just going to put it in there. And I've got to buy some arrows, just some barbed arrows will be fine. So I'm still going to get, I haven't finished the transacting yet, so I could cancel this whole thing and go back to where I was before. I'm going to get 2 grand. I'm going to buy a better spear as well, I think. I'll go the right direction. Gosh, I did go the wrong direction, didn't I? It's way up the top here. What do we got there? So comparative again, looking at the green stuff. That one's got better reach. What about the triangle head spear? It's got even more reach, and yeah, it's a better one. So I'm going to do the triangle head spear, and then I'll have to sell that. And let's have a look at a bit of armor as well to make myself look sexy. I've got no helmet at the moment. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that one. I've got 1,700 gold at the moment, so I could do a mail coif. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? Some shoulder pads I've already got. Do I want a pretty red dress? Probably not. I've got no braces at the moment, so I'm starting to run out of money there. I might leave that. I'll just get it in loot. Actually, that's a bit of an extravagance, that coif, isn't it? So let's put that back and buy a leather cap. That'll do. It's a bit of armor. I'll just keep my 1,300 gold and I'll call it a day there. So I've got 1,400 all up. So that was pretty lucky in the trading stuff. The other things I've got here to do, enter the smithy. This is where you do some crafting, and this is a whole skill set in itself, and has some challenges because you've got stamina and things. So I won't go into it now, except to say you can actually make your own weapons. Alright, the arena's still not open, so we've done everything we want to do there. We could click on one of these guys to go talk to them, but I don't care about that for now. I'm just going to leave. I've got my 10 troops at the moment. I'm going to go find something to fight. So let's go for a bit of run, and we'll fast forward again. different people running around doing things on the map, as long as they're not red. Here we go, get some more troops. We're up to 14 now. And I'm just exploring this area to see if I can find, oh, there we go, some, oh, there, those looters, 23 looters. I can take that. I can absolutely, maybe I'll do the 6 first. Nah, bugger it. Let's be daring. Actually, let's not. Let's get our hit points up first. Whoops, my bad. He's vanished. He's gone through the hills. So, and it's night time. So I've just got to go and see if I can catch up with him and not lose them. There we are. I don't want to lose them. They go to range after a certain time. And I'm just chasing them at the moment because I want my hit points to go up to 100%. So I enter the battle full. I'll probably zoom in there. See how he's patrolling. So he's not attacking. He's not defending. Yeah, he's decided he's had enough. This is Boys to Men. Definitely. I mean, spitting image. So we're going to take 23 versus 14. This is going to be a little challenging. That's okay. We'll take this on. Notice I have an option here now. 2 options. I'm running away or surrendering. Try to get away means that some of my troops will get left behind and captured, which is not a big problem at this level when I've got nobody leveled up. Surrender means that I'll go and become a prisoner, and there's a whole conversation there. It's because he attacked me. But, you know, I'm feeling gutsy, I'm feeling brave. I've got my bow and arrow now. There's my other character on horse, so I'm going to hit the 3 key, and I'm going to say, follow me. And he's going to follow me, and I'm just going to do a bit of range stuff on the horse, as I said to you before. And you can see, it's not going real well. What I tend to find is if you can shoot from this angle, where it's like crossing the T of ships. Try and get the bulk so that even if you're moving fast, you can still hit something no matter where your arrows go. That's what I'm tending to do here. See, going for a center scene mass, we call it in the military. You're going to shoot as much as you can of the target, the biggest part of the target, so to speak. And look, look how many hits I'm getting. I've killed some dudes, leaving a trail of bodies, missing occasionally, that's fine. Watching my hit points, and I've run out of arrows. Okay, so let's go, mate. We're going to go right up here, and we'll do a big turn ski. Halt, and then we're going to make it happen on the right hand side. I'm going to go out to the flank. Good hit. And he's going to get stuck in there, isn't he? Idiot. Ran straight through the middle. Don't ever do that, by the way. Let's tell him he's annoying me. Go over there. Oh, yeah, he's fallen off. There you go. Need him to move there. No, he's dead. He's been knocked out. They don't ever die. There we go. Good hit. Come on, boys. You can... Oop, took too many hits there. See what happens when you run through? Alright, so everyone charge. That's what I've asked them to do. There we go, and yep, good hits there. Another one. Good one there. And these guys started to run now, so that's good news for me. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, you didn't die. Come back here. So yeah, that's a bigger battle. I probably could have done that a little bit better, but I was trying to demonstrate some stuff about how we ran through and what happens if you get stuck in the middle of it, and you know, you get charge damage on it, but it's worth bugger all. And Lazif the Falcon, now he's got 1% hit points. They don't die. And I've got 6 troops leveled up, but yeah, he got stuck in everything. So all right, we've leveled up our troops there. We've got some prisoners. The last thing I'll just quickly show you here is when I click on Lazif, see his formation is 1. That means he's infantry. I'm going to move him to cavalry because he's on a horse. And we've also now got lots of loot. Nothing there worth 3,000 this time. Move that all across. We've won a nice battle. We managed to level something up again. Quick look again. And we've got a focus point. So put it somewhere where we think we're going to use it. Polearm. Yep, see, look how fast Polearm's come up. We need to keep that upskilled. But I think what we might actually do now is finish off this initial training video, the beginner stuff, the basic stuff. You know, we've covered a lot of the entry level stuff so far, how to fight battles, how to move around the map. You know, after that battle we just finished, we've got some wounded guys there. You can see 2W is 2 wounded, and over the bottom left there's an exclamation mark, which means something's going on here. Oh, yep, we've got a looter. We can actually recruit from our prisoners sometimes, so that's allowed us to pick that. And because our party limit size here is 14 out of 25 so far, we've got capacity. You can see my health there, and my companion's health is a bit low. So now what I'm going to work on is literally moving around the map, building up my army, building up my experience, you know, exploring this area, maybe doing some quests and stuff, and moving and progressing towards the next phase, which will be not just getting gold and troops, but starting to work for factions, and eventually I want to actually end up with a castle and towns and cities under my ownership, and build my own kingdom. But that's all sort of the next level and the next level kind of stuff. For now, it's just building your character up and your army up so that you're viable and you're competitive, because it's going to get quite deadly out there. Making sure you cover all these basic things like food, and starting to learn a little bit about this interface and all the stuff going on. So as we close off here, I'll leave you with the thought process that we have a couple of quests still to do. We're working our way through those, and we should focus on that and focus on leveling and gearing up and money, and I'll look forward to working with you on another video. Stay safe.